Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm playing video series videos I've been doing for a while now, where I go over there and try food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, at the time I'm doing this, folks, and anybody else around the late, early 2000s era watch the breakout hit Napoleon Dynamite. There was supposed to be a sequel or something to that. Never materialized, which is a shame. I really liked that movie. Before it became all super hipsterish and everything, where, it was everybody's wearing the vote for Pedro thing. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but, Anyway, folks, yes, indeed. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to eat some stuff, I'm going to talk about it whilst I'm doing so. I'm actually in the back room today. Hooray! Back room. Which means I have a Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. I got a crappy old ladder off to the side. I got some Marvel figures up there. And I'm wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt because, damn it, folks, I like having cool shirts. What cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! Judo Master shirt. Yes, that's Judo Master. He's getting kicked. I love Judo Master. He's a fairly obscure character. All those profiles have been raised a little bit since he showed up on Peacemaker, though not wearing the iconic yellow and red suit. But yeah, he's an older comic book character from originally from a company called Charlton. Eventually ended up being owned by DC, which is where he is now. And typically speaking, he doesn't do much unless they decide that they have to have Bane go over there and break somebody's back for no damn reason. Ugh. Anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? What are we doing here? Well, I mentioned Napoleon Dynamite because one of the things that was somewhat famous in the whole Napoleon Dynamite things was his tots. Okay? Everybody wanted to get at his tots. Well, actually, just the one guy. But it was a scene. Tots, you say? Yes, indeed, because, folks, we're doing... it's going to be hard to get a boom. Boom! Ha, ha, ha! Yes, indeed, folks, we are doing the new loaded tots from Domino's. Specifically, the cheddar bacon loaded tots, which are cheddar, bacon, and garlic parmesan, and the Philly cheesesteak loaded, which are cheddar, green peps, Philly steak, Alfredo, and onions. They do have a third one. It is a 3-cheese blend. I opted against that one, not because I figured it'd be bad or anything, just because I figured it's the most generic. So, I figure I'll give these a go. I'll probably split it into 2 videos for sake of time. But, and I do have to mention, though, these come sadly at the loss of the Domino's pasta. Which I actually like their pasta. It wasn't great pasta or anything, but it was nice to have as an option. Sadly, that is gone now. At least where I'm from. So anyway, I'm going to start with the cheddar bacon loaded ones. Which are these right here. Because, first of all, bacon. Second of all, they're significantly less involved than the Philly cheesesteak ones. Philly cheesesteak has 5 overall ingredients. The cheddar bacon just has 3. So, again, it's cheddar, bacon, and garlic parmesan. So let's go ahead, try to find one that looks ooey and gooey and... Okay, let's... Oh no! Okay, so there we go. It looks like we got some bacon on there and the garlic parmesan, all that good stuff. So, I like tater tots. They're pretty good. The tots themselves seem to be cooked well. They got a little crispiness, but they're still tender on the inside. They're greasy. I mean, that is what it is, but they definitely are. If you like your tots particularly crisp, these are not going to fulfill that. I'm perfectly fine with softer tots, as long as they have at least a little bit of a crispness to it, which these do. The tots themselves taste good. I'll be honest, though, it's definitely something that... It's something I could get as a pub appetizer or something like that. You don't get a lot of bacon. There is some, though. And when you get it, it's actually pretty decent tasting bacon. It's got a nice salty meatiness to it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Very greasy. But yeah, they're pretty good for what they are. They're almost like an extension of the chicken that Domino's does, because they'll just take chicken pieces, lay them out, and then put stuff over them. It's kind of just that, just with tater tots instead. Which isn't a terrible thing. But I will say this. Here you go, buddy. One of my little hamster friends is hanging out. Give him a treat. You're a good boy, Bernard. I love you. But yeah. I mean, for what it is, it's okay. I don't know where it fits exactly. Because again, like, they already have a similar option with the chicken, which for me, the chicken is better. You lose out on the pasta, and this doesn't feel like a suitable replacement. It's good. But like I said, it does feel more appropriate for something like a pub or, like a bar and grill as like an appetizer. And I mean, yeah, I can kind of go with that, but I don't know. I just don't know that I've ever really thought of like tater tots and pizza being, like a go together. Except in one instance, I did actually. There's this one place. They would go over there. They do specialty pizzas. And at one point in time, they had one that had tater tots on it, and that actually worked really well. But that was a whole thing. It's not bad. The overall taste and everything is decent enough. I just personally don't see the point of them. I think for me, if it just been up to me, I'd have just kept the pasta. I get why they probably didn't. I can't imagine it was like a huge seller, but I don't know that this really helps fill out their menu at all. At least not for me. Now, that said, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No. And sure, it's a new item. It's worth checking out. Your mileage may vary compared to mine. Because, like I said, I didn't hate them or anything. They're perfectly fine. I just, you're paying $7 for some tots plus a delivery charge. I personally can't go over there and rationalize that for myself. Not when, again, I could just go out to like a bar and grill and get something really similar. And probably pay maybe like $3 for it and not have a delivery charge and stuff. So, yeah. But at the same time, like I said, with them being a new item, give them a shot. For me, they didn't wow me. At least not these. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Napoleon Dynamite-tastic rest of your life. Because, I mean, yeah, it's lost some of its glimmer over the years, but it's still a cult classic. It's still a cult classic, I mean, Uncle Rico, he's still a meme. Just saying, that whole movie was just memes. Memes before memes. Kind of like Anchorman. But anyway, final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, that's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. Trust me, I know it. I'm over here. I'm eating tater tots. I've got an adorable hamster. He's chomping down on the treat I just gave him. He's such a good boy. I love him so much. So I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm having, decent time. But at the end of the day, folks, it's obviously not all that goes on in my life. It's not all tater tots and hamsters for me. That's going to be a phrase that I use. We're all going to find ourselves in situations that are stressful and distressing. When we find ourselves in those situations, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to try yourself out some loaded tots from the Domino's, as I have done here today in this video. And, maybe like me, you'll enjoy them, have a good time. But maybe you'll go over there, you'll add a whole new level to it, because while you're eating the tots, maybe you'll go over there, you'll watch some Napoleon Dynamite. Maybe it'll become a whole, like, tradition thing on, like, specific date or something like that. Well, I mean, at the time I'm doing this, it's February. Sure, February 8th will be Napoleon Dynamite's and Loaded Tater Tots Day. And you could be the king of that whole celebration, or queen, or, whatever your preferred moniker might be. Hell, you don't even have to be a king or a queen. You could be a duke or something like that. That sounds cooler for you. Or conversely, just go over there and maybe watch some Napoleon Dynamite. If you haven't watched it, I think it still holds up pretty well.